Antonio VillasBoasBusiness Insider: no matter how good the iPhone X looks, it still won't pull away the staunchest of Android users. For some Android fans, making the jump to the iPhone's iOS operating system just isn't an option, no matter how much thicker the bezels are on the Pixel 2 phones, Samsung Galaxy phones, LG phones, and even the latest OnePlus 5T, but Android users have to admit, the iPhone X is absolutely gorgeous, even with that notch at the top of the screen. There's one Android phone, however, that could match the iPhone X in looks and feel, and it costs half as much as the iPhone X. It even runs a near-stock version of Android, which I'll always recommend over heavily skinned versions of Android that you find on Galaxy and LG phones. I'm talking about the phone from Essential. Here's why it rivals the iPhone X. View as one-page slides. Antonio VillasBoasBusiness Insider: while the phone may not be edge-to-edge like the iPhone X thanks to its bottom bezel, it comes pretty close. It comes closer to that iPhone X edge-to-edge design than any other Android phone out there, including the Samsung Galaxy phones. Spec-wise, the phone's display is a 5.7-inch IPS display, which doesn't quite get the same depth of contrast as the OLED panel on the iPhone X or the AMOLED panels on many Android phones, but it's a beautiful display regardless. And since this is a comparison with the iPhone X, we'd be remiss in not mentioning the fact that the Essential phone also has the dreaded notch at the top of its screen, but this notch is smaller than the iPhone XS. Antonio VillasBoasBusiness Insider: thanks to its near edge-to-edge design, the phone is the most striking and beautiful Android smartphone you can buy at the moment. The phone runs on the fastest and latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor and packs 4 GB of RAM, which is pretty standard across the range of Android flagship handsets. That means it has some serious power, and it glides through a day of intense usage. The battery is on the smaller end compared to those in other Android flagship devices, and doesn't offer the best in Android smartphone battery life, but for most people it should provide a day of usage. Storage-wise, the only option you get is 128 GB of flash memory, which is plenty for photos, videos, and if you still store those on your phone instead of using a cloud service. It's also more than enough for apps. Antonio VillasBoasBusiness Insider: most flagship Android phones are clad in either glass or metal, which is the standard for premium devices. The phone, however, has a ceramic back that's incredibly resistant to scratches, and it has a beautiful deep gloss that glass just can't achieve. The phone's titanium frame also makes it feel rock solid, and it's more durable against scratches, scuff, dents, and other damage than the aluminum frame around most flagship Android phones. If it doesn't exceed the premium looks and feel of the iPhone XS Ultra stainless steel frame, the Essential phone's titanium frame at least matches it. While I appreciate the Essential phone's near-stock Android operating system, it's not quite as feature-packed as the iPhone X. You won't find facial recognition on the phone, like the iPhone XS Face ID, but the fingerprint sensor on the back of the phone will do just fine to unlock the phone. You may also find the phone's camera app a little bare on the feature front compared to the iPhone X. For one, it doesn't have a portrait mode to blur backgrounds and give your photos that professional touch. Still, everyone managed without portrait mode before. The Essential phone isn't without its compromises compared to the iPhone X, but it's still one of the best-looking Android smartphones you can buy. And for its $500 price tag compared to the iPhone XS $1,000 asking price, as well as the price of the $900 Galaxy Note 8, $650 Pixel 2, and $850 Pixel 2 XL, those compromises may be easier to accept.